Hey, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I don't know why I'm doing this. Alright, so first let me say that I am petrified of needles. Like, that is no joke, alright? I have a tattoo already, and it was such a mission to get, alright? Now, having said that, I'm issuing a tattoo challenge. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, what is that? Well, there's a link in the description below. Please go check it out. It's called the Tattoo Challenge. In a nutshell, if you guys can get me to 5,000k subscribers before the 16th of August, I'm gonna get a tattoo chosen by you guys. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I decided to do this. Having said that, enjoy the show. What's up, guys? I don't know who's watching. And yes, for all the triggered people, welcome. Oh man. Yes. I did say at the end of my rant that I was gonna keep the background the same. So this is it. Um, Funny story that happened with that rant video. I'm going this kind of like an aftermath kind of discussion, but you guys are also welcome to call in, and we're gonna discuss the tattoo as well. So hello everyone, hello anti-Marxist ZA. You must really love my background. Yanni, nice of you to be here, and Glenn, hi, thank you for joining. Yes, Tech hoodie. I made a promise that I was gonna wear this, and there is a shirt on the way, sponsored by that man. Thank you, by the way. So in summer I can also wear that, or if it's a hot day, I can wear that. So I am maybe not always. I think always is a bit of a stretch, but I will wear this a lot. That's gonna stay. Sorry, that's gonna stay the same for a while. We'll see. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just doing this to chat to you guys. I know a few people are gonna get probably triggered when they see this, but too bad. If you come on my channel and see the background, and then you're like, "Oh my god, like, how could he put this stuff out there?" Then you're not someone that I want on this channel. It's not that I agree with everything in the background. Definitely not. I'm making a point that you shouldn't judge me because I have certain items on my show. How ridiculous is that? You know. Something funny happened. So with my rant, right? So Let's just start unpacking that. If anybody wants to call in, let me know. But let's just start with that. So I had a comment on YouTube, and they said, if you're going to be, if you hate the woke so much, the woke cult, then why do you have Marvel in the background? You should take that down. Because apparently Marvel has been a symbol of progression since the 60s or whatever. And yeah, so I said there's a difference between the woke cult and progression. I have nothing against progression. I actually loved it in that moment of Endgame when all the women superheroes came together. That was like an awesome, awesome moment, you know? And yes, back in the day, they also did things that were against the norm. I have no problem with progression, but there's a difference between progression and woke cults. And if you don't know what that difference is, then you're probably part of the woke cult. I think you are, because you kind of said that. So, but yeah, so that was interesting. Anyway, aftermath of that rant, and this is pretty much the last time I'm going to even address that rant, or I need people to understand that rant, because it's been interesting to see the response. First of all, the woke Twitter sphere went absolutely berserk. It was funny. I was very entertained. Obviously, it helped me weed out the woke, so I block them all, and I'm not ashamed to admit that, because blocking someone does not mean that they won, or that I'm scared of them or anything like that. It just means I don't want to deal with your bullshit. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They got a bit angry. They spoke about me a lot, and that's fine. And yeah, then they started, creating a narrative, which is ridiculous. To do with my court case, by the way. And if you want to support my court case and my fight against cancel culture, please go into the link description below and donate. We are officially halfway to my goal, which is great. Thank you all so much for those who donated. Greatly appreciated. Really, thank you all, guys. Thank you so much. Like, seriously, I'm still overwhelmed by the response, and it's been amazing. And yeah, so that's still happening, and a lot of the woke think it's not going to happen. But yeah, let them think what they want to think. Let them spread what they want to spread. My fight is no longer on social media. So guys, if you see anything about me and you think like, wait a second, that's not exactly the story, don't engage. Just leave it. Don't engage. If it's anything about my story of cancel culture, like, okay, I'll give one example that's going around. Okay, so I don't even want to mention a name. I don't even really want to talk about it. So, what can I say? I don't know. Just anything that's trying to discredit me or change the narrative or say that he's lying, for example, because that's going around like, oh, Joe's lying. Just leave it. Don't bother trying to. All right, like it's fine. The argument is now going to move off of social media and into the courts. I don't have to prove anything to anyone except for the courts. So we'll let them decide. That's all I have to say on that topic. So please support me. That's all I'm going to ask, is that people support me. That's it. Please support me by donating to that fundraiser for my court case. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm going to mention it here too. So obviously, the aftermath included. Hello, Robin. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing the video as well. Thank you all for sharing the video. Everyone that shared the rant video. I want to make it clear that that rant video was actually about me drawing a line in the sand with these woke cult and saying enough is enough. I'm not going to be scared of you anymore. You can have your opinions, you can have your ideologies, you can have all that stuff, but don't expect me to abide by it. Because the woke are preaching tolerance and non-racism and feminism and all this other stuff, LGBTQ and all that stuff, but they don't even know what some of these movements have gone through. They're naive when it comes to these movements, and they are actually hurting society more than they are. And before you start saying like that I'm far right and all that stuff, look, I know what the far right are. They're very quiet at the moment, and I'm definitely not tolerant of them either. Like, I don't like the far right either. I don't. I have a lot of liberal views and I have a lot of conservative views. Okay, that's all you need to know. If you want to know more about me, you're more than welcome to contact me. Email me. I'm not a hard person to find. Having said that, I just wanted to clear the air because there's a lot of like people like, wow. The misinterpretations of that show or of that rant were amazing. Because there were snapshots. In that rant, I said people are going to take snapshots and people are going to take video clips and they're going to take it out of context. And what did they do? They did exactly that. Even fellow comedians did it. And yes, I have the proof. For those of you that were spreading stuff about me, I know. And there's a specific comedian that is no longer in the country that is also. Now, I was told that maybe I shouldn't bring this up tonight, right? But I am done. Like I said, that was the point of the video. I'm done taking your shit, right? So this comedian, who I will not name, I won't name right now, because Okay, so let me explain. A friend of mine told me that a comedian's talking smack about me. I go online to try and find this post. I can't find it. Why? Because the individual comedian who wrote shit about me blocked me. So you block me to write shit about me, and yet I can't defend myself. Now I know what I said. I'm saying, well, I'm gonna block people I don't want to deal with. Okay. The difference here is I kind of know already certain individuals on Twitter that don't really have real accounts. There are accounts on Twitter that are fake. They have like 10 followers, and they were created this month or last month. Their avatar is like some weird picture. No one using their real personality or their real identity. And there are some accounts on Twitter that I already knew about before I did that rant. They're the reason I did the rant. And it weeded them out so that I could go like, cool, you are one of the woke people that I don't want to chat to. Now, I was friends on Facebook with this comedian individual that is talking smack about me now. We were friends, and I interacted with him a few times throughout the month. He wasn't one of the comedians that I called out in the rant video, by the way. It's not one of them. It's not one of the 3 individuals that I called out. It's a different one. And then he wants to block me so that he can talk smack about me on a private group that you won't find on Facebook unless you're invited to. You proved my point, in a sense. And I think it's real cowardice of you, a fellow comedian, to do that. If I don't know you, I don't give a damn about you. I really don't. If I don't know you, if I've never heard of you, and you want to block me and talk smack about me, I don't care. But a comedian who I've known for a very long time, and maybe not known personally, like it's not like we had a bride together, I give you that. We may have shared a few beers here and there. You've been off the scene for quite a while. You left the country about a month ago. And since you've left the country, you've been really vocal about how you feel about the comedy industry. And that's fine. You're entitled to your opinions and all that stuff and how you feel about certain comedians in the industry. Fine. But when you, and I mean, you blocked me, I can't respond. So it's like hard for me to respect you right now because it's like, really? You stooped that low? You're like over 40 years old, dude. Wow. Anyway, I don't know what he said. I don't know anything. If he's watching, you know who you are. I don't know. And if there's any comedians watching that have seen the post, watch my rant video, the full video, get proper context. The idea was, or the message behind that rant was, do not judge people without getting to know them. In today's times, it's very easy to point a finger and label someone and say, well, he supports Ronaldo House, so he must be racist. Today, we need evidence to support such claims. And if there isn't any evidence, then start asking the right questions. Start getting to know the person. So again, I don't know what Martin's... Oops, I said his first name. I don't... Whatever. I don't know what he said. I don't know. Luckily, there's a few of those names in the industry, so leave it at that. And I'm not calling for anyone to get anyone canceled. That's why I didn't want to say his name. Because I don't want now people to think like, oh, look at Joe. He went on his channel and called out a comedian trying to get him canceled. Look. No, that's why I'm not saying his name, because I know that's your game. You want me to say the name so that people go and get angry at the said comedian. He's not even in the country, and I'm still refraining from saying his name because I don't want that to happen. What I want is for you to unblock me so we can have a discussion, maybe, or I can at least defend myself. But anyway, I'm talking about this way too long. All I know is that's what's been happening. And it's cool. I really don't care. If you're woke, just leave me alone. All right? If you're far left, radical crap, leave me alone. Other than that, if you don't know what woke is, that's fine. If you want to judge me based on what you see here, that's fine. I'm just saying, be careful of doing that. Because when you get to know me, you'd be very surprised at how different I am from all these people, Gareth, Ronaldo, Ramon, and everybody else that you guys want to label as the right wing cabal. That I am my own person, and I may share some beliefs with these people, yes, and some opinions with them, yes, but I don't agree with everything they say. And maybe if you got to know them as well, you would see that they're actually some stand-up guys. Germ, I forgot to mention Germ, yes. And there's so many that have been labeled wrong by these people. The same 10 people on freaking Twitter that lose their crap. But yeah, and you know what? That's the other thing. You people on Twitter, the 10 people, Ronaldo also mentions them. You're the same. You're the same. You're always the same 10 people. What lives do you guys live? Anyway, that's it. I've said all I needed to say. I'm gonna get back to you guys. Um, let's see what's happening here. Sorry, I've been neglecting the chats for a bit. Now, look, if you don't have money, then share it. Share the link to your friends, your family, whoever. Say, please help this guy. 20 rand, 50 rand. At the end of the day, I mean, this is how close we are. Think of it this way: if we had 15, yeah, if we had 1,500 people donate 10 rand, we'd make it. That's then, yeah. If you think of it that way, it's not that far now. Anti-Marx is saying also, if you block them, they can't do malicious things like report you because they can't report someone. Yeah. Well, that's also why I block them, because that's what they do when they start getting their narrative, and they start grouping people with them and like stuff like that. They can't report. They can't do anything, which is what really upsets them. So yeah, isn't that cancel culture though? This is so crazy, man. Like, oh, they're trying to change the narrative that I'm perpetuating cancel culture, right? But oh man, that right there, what you just said is cancel. I don't understand these people anymore. I really don't. Let's see here. Khart saying they are cowards and two right thinking people ignore their BS anyway. That's what people have been telling me. Like the comedians that have told me about this individual that has been talking smack about me on a private group and blocked me so that I don't see it, have told me like, dude, just pick your battles. Like it's this individual is known in the comedy community as a bit of a well, maybe not that. He's maybe like that he says some shit. He's like I want to say he's like the uncle of the comedy industry that you always have that one uncle that says shit and you're like, oh, why, uncle, whoever, like, why do you have to say that? Why? No, don't say that. He's that kind of guy, like, so that's why everyone's like saying like, just leave it. So I don't know. I can't do anything because I don't know what he said. Let's see here. Is this a call-in show? What's the topic? Anything. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You are allowed to call in. I am very wary about people calling in now because last time someone had a call in, not on this show, on a different show, there were some pretty sketchy things that happened. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Yanni, for sharing the links. That's a shame. I hope you get it sorted. Acid Zill lol. I will break the ice and call in first. You don't have to. I don't mind chatting to you guys. Like if you guys just want to have like if nobody wants to call in, it doesn't bother me. I'll just talk and reply to your comments. We have 10 people watching apparently. Thank you guys for liking. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's an open discussion. I have some pretty exciting shows coming up. So I'm going to be doing a podcast with Dodgy Idealist after the show at 8 o'clock. I don't think that's live, so nobody's going to be able to see it live. But it will be released at some point. And then and we can also discuss tattoo ideas. But I don't think this tattoo thing is gonna work, guys. Like, by the way, I've hit 1,000, so thank you all so much. That's awesome. Thank you all so much. Thank you to Ronaldo because he's taking credit for that. So why is everyone blocking you? I've been blocked on Facebook, lol. I don't know if everyone's blocking me. I'm blocking people. Have I blocked you? I don't know. I don't know who you are, Acid Zil. Kind of scary though. I don't know who you are. Anyway, yeah, people. But that, okay. So let me actually talk about this blocking thing, right? Lynn, something you want to tell us. So rebellious Ruth, is it your first time here? Wow. Now I'm disappointed. But it's okay. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. All right. So, joking. All right. So blocking. Right, guys. Here's the thing about blocking people. I don't think it's a bad thing to block people. Like this comic that blocked me and then went on his rants. He has a right to do that to a certain degree. I think it's cowardice. I would like to know what is said by me, but you know what? If he wants to do that, then so be it. You know, I think it's cowardice. That's my response to that. And we now have to exist, and I have to. It's not gonna like I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Put it that way. And we move on with our lives. It's fine. If people block you, it's fine. You probably don't need that person in your life anyway. And this whole notion that if you block someone, right? So let's say Yanni blocked me, okay? And then I go around and say, "Oh, I won. Look, he blocked me, so now I'm right." No. It just means that Yanni doesn't want to deal with my crap. And you know what? It's Yanni's social media, and Yanni can block whoever he wants to block. You know what happens when you block someone that you don't like? Your timeline becomes a whole lot more enjoyable. And then that's when they try and make you feel bad, right? They try and make you feel bad because now they'll say, "Oh, yeah, but he's in his echo chamber. He's in his echo chamber. Let him be in his echo chamber." Yeah. Yeah. So, when you go out with friends, all right, everybody has a certain group of friends, 5 friends, 4 friends that they always hang out with, right? Some of these friends are family members, some of them are not. It doesn't matter. Friends, all right? You always have those 4 friends that you hang out with, 5. Some people only have 1, and that's fine. But you always hang out with people that you have things in common with. And if you look at it from the outside, those 3, 4, 1, even if it's just the 2 of you, that can be considered an echo chamber. It's a stupid insult and it doesn't make sense, and we need to stop being offended by what woke call us because they're not even insults. It's like, yeah, it's an echo chamber. It's an echo chamber that's going to be a lot more enjoyable with you not in it. All right, so yes, he is. I must follow up on that. But the tattoo thing, I don't think is going to happen because we hit 1,000, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you guys so much. And for those of you who don't know, if my viewers and my subscribers get me to 5,000K or 5,000 subscribers before the 16th of August, which is now 14 days away. No, 12 days away. I'm getting confused now, but it's fine. Yes, 12 days away. Then I will get a tattoo decided by you guys. So you guys will choose a tattoo and I will get it. But I don't think that's gonna happen, guys, because it's only 1,000 and there's 4,000 subscribers left, and it's less than 2 weeks. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get that tattoo now, does it? You guys aren't trying hard enough. But yeah. Germ is working on something, but I don't know if that's gonna be the tattoo because you guys have to decide. Tell us a good joke. Let's see. If you want to see my jokes, this is not a stream where I tell jokes. I mean, I might. A joke might come out. But I'm working on some. I'm working on some stuff with some fellow comedians. We're gonna do some. We're gonna do some great stuff. And I'll speak about what's coming up as well. Some very entertaining things are coming up that will make you laugh. But I don't do. I mean, if you guys give me a topic, I might be able to make fun of it. But I don't like sit here and then tell jokes because it's a very sad life if I do that. Just got some inside information that the prohibition on cigarettes and alcohol will be lifted partially on Wednesday. Smokers and drinkers will be able to purchase matches and ice. Took me a moment to get that. Smokers and drinkers will be able to purchase matches and ice. That's a good one. Yeah. Block someone. Look, I don't think you need a reason to block someone. I mean, obviously, that idea of mass reporting is a good reason to block. But I like if you don't like someone, block them. I'm gonna show this again because I think like it's very. This is an important like. Look at that quote. Twitter is like the effing open window in my kitchen with somebody yelling in it. If someone is yelling in it and I don't want them to be yelling in it, I close the effing window. That's pretty much how all social media works. If someone's insulting me at my window and the window's open, I'm gonna go close the window. That's what blocking is. It's closing the door in someone's face. It's kicking them out of your house. That's what it is. Doesn't mean anyone's right or wrong. Doesn't mean anything like that. And people need to stop being scared of blocking people they don't like. I block if they are. Yeah. Exactly. Look, there are people on my Facebook that I definitely don't agree with. That I do have some heated debates with sometimes. But I don't block them because they never really were disrespectful. And it's, yeah. Welcome to Buzzme. Herman has my ditch. Cool. I will do so. I've been blocked many times on these channels. I don't care. I really don't. I talk the truth about a certain Munir. I got blocked. No problem. Yeah, well, maybe you'll stay on this channel for a while. I don't know. I don't know. Remember, what you give out, you give back. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that very nice thing. Facebook is a joke. Yeah. Social media is a joke. I had a discussion with Yanni about social media. This is the kind of crap that I don't like about it. I mean, social media is good for other things, and stuff like that, but don't let certain things get to you. That's what I'm trying to say. Hold on. What's going on here, Grim? I'll just log on again with a different profile. Life goes on. Yep. Yep. That's what happens on Twitter. Like, that's the thing. That's what happens on Twitter. People do that, you know? And Grim, they'll probably block the other profile. It's fine. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing, man. But then why should I let one person destroy my profile when I'm in with Profile Ringo? Remember, you can also make your profiles private, eh? And I'm starting to have a rule of thumb with Facebook. If you're not my close friend or family on Facebook, from here on out, I'm probably not going to add you. If I don't know who you are, I'm probably not going to add you. Sorry, I have my Facebook profile, my Facebook page, comedian page for people who I don't know, fans, if they can like that and keep up to date with everything I'm doing. But my personal profile, I'm keeping that private as much as possible. Noah blocked me ages ago because I told him exactly what I thought of him. As an example, no problem. I still got my point across. Yeah. Grim, what do you think of me? Let me have it. Come on. Tell me what you really think of me right now. And then maybe in a month or two I'll ask you again and then we'll see if it's changed. I would like to do that. If you think I'm an asshole, if you think just tell me. Thanks for enjoying it so far. Facebook. I don't do Twitter. I like your style, Joe. Down to earth. Is that your opinion? Is that like your final opinion? This is gonna be interesting. I want to know what Grim thinks of me. Okay, so while Grim is figuring that out, so tomorrow night I have Dee Martin on the show. Some of you may have remembered her. She is. We had a chat about interracial relationships. That was a very fun chat, and she'll be back on my show tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We're going to be talking about pro-life or pro-choice. And if you don't know what the meanings are, Google them. And we're going to be having a discussion about that. And then at 8:30, I'm going to be joined by 5 other comedians, so it'll be a total of 6, including myself, where we're going to be talking about the dark side of comedy. So what I experienced today might come up, because it is kind of in that umbrella. So when we say dark side of comedy, where does comedy come from? Comedy can come from a dark place. The double standards of some comedians in terms of their professionalism and some just what happens behind the scenes. We're going to bring it all to the forefront. So we're going to be talking about that, some of the bullying that happens in the industry as well, that some of the comedians are probably scared to talk about. And we're going to be discussing it out in the open. So there you go. Thursday, I am chatting with, let me remember. I know I have the good doctor on my show. Dr. Harley is on my show. And she's going to be talking about transgenders or something like that. Please don't quote me on that. It's something to do with the transgender stuff, like a critique on it, basically. So it's going to be a very interesting conversation. And then before her, my roasts are back, guys. It's been a while for the roasts, but at 7 p.m. I'll be having a roast. It will be, let me just remember quickly, Mikhail and Rowan Clegg will be up against each other with Bevan Boyson as the roast master. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And then Friday morning, I'm on the show with Unati Kwaza, we're going to be talking about social grants this time, and should we be for the social grants or against the social grants? We'll just have a discussion, see where we go. And then in the evening at 9 p.m., I'm going to be with Yanni on the show, and we're going to be talking about the dark web. Wait, I need to do that again. The dark web. Sorry. I thought that would be funny, and then it wasn't funny, and now I regret doing it. But I just wanted to put some Thank you, Yanni. Yes, the tyrannical tendencies of the trans movement. There we go. That's with Dr. Harley. Look at Yanni, on point. This is my opinion for now. Keep up the great work. Great. Grim, thank you very much. We'll see how you feel in maybe 2 months. Oh, I am so there. The transgender topic, right up my alley. Lol. That's cool. So cool. I love the various topics on your show. Thank you. Yes, and there's more coming. Oh, wait. There's more coming. So that's this week. I can't wait for the dark web one. That one I'm really looking forward to. There's a lot of good shows this week. I'm very excited. And next week, Monday. Oh my God. Guess who's going to be on the show, ladies and gentlemen? You're hearing it here for the first time because I haven't announced it yet. Bianca Van Wyk will be on my show Monday next week at 8:30. And if you don't know that name, it just shows you how small the Twitterverse is. And that's fine. You will get to know her on Monday. And we will be chatting about pretty much what we've been chatting about, the whole blocking thing and social discourse. So we're gonna be talking about that. So social media discourse, and that's what we're gonna be talking about. It's good to be straightforward, as it's best to be direct, but it's the weak that can't handle it instead of taking it as constructive criticism. Exactly. There's this narrative going around with my case that I'm fighting now, that this individual insulted me, or not even insulted me, had an opinion about me, and I couldn't take it. Guys, if I show you the amount of just craziness that has happened in the past 48 hours alone, you will not believe. And I'm not mad at it. That's their opinion. That's fine. Whatever. Call me a duss. Call me a druggie. Call me a whatever you want to call me. It's fine. It's fine. I know as a comedian I'm going to be subject to certain attacks, and people aren't going to agree with everything I say, and that's fine. That's the beauty of art. But what people forget is this individual that I'm going after, right, made me lose income. Now, I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I'm taking it to court. I don't have to prove to anyone on social media. I don't have to prove anything to anyone on social media. Court. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, the only reason why you stop now is because there's no other shows. Yes, exactly. See, in one word, you are. And I will exclude funny and all that, but in one word, open-minded, or two words. Thank you, Yanni. Yes. I try to be, and I have Egypt and my experience in Egypt to thank for that. And look, guys, you want to know me? I really do try to treat people how I want them to treat me. I'm always thinking about the other person, or at least trying to. And yes, I may not get it right all the time, but I do try. If I meet you for the first time, I'm going to be polite. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to have manners. Whether it's on social media, or whether it's on these streams, or in person. Because I know what it's like to be judged right from the beginning, before you get to know someone, before anyone gets to know me. And it's a very narrow-minded way of looking at the world. So, yeah. Some people, all people can't take an opinion when you challenge them. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I enjoy that. I mean, look, I got in a lot of flack as well for having Umbulelo on the show, because he's a Marxist and a communist. Now people disagree with that. They say, no, he's not a true Marxist. He's not a true communist. Yeah, but you also have to listen to what he's saying. He realizes that in today's world, he can't be that. He can't, because everyone's like, yeah, but, or not everyone, but some people were saying like, yeah, but he owns an iPhone, or he had a privileged life because he went here and there and he grew from money, or I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if that's true. But people are saying that it's easy for him to say that because he benefits from capitalism. Well, that's the world we live in. If you want to make a living, you want to feed yourself, you kind of have to go to work, do a job, and stuff. His point was that there are some aspects from Marxism that should be included in capitalism. That his version of it is Marxism with aspects of capitalism around it. It's a fascinating discussion. Does it make him right? Does it make him a true Marxist? I don't know. Because, again, we've never seen that really implemented. And, again, I'm not going to have this discussion on my own. You guys can go watch the show and just have an open mind, watch and really listen to what he's saying. Am I saying he's right? I don't know. I didn't agree with him. I'm still a free market kind of guy. But his version's out there now, and him and I chatted for 2 hours after the show. We had a great conversation. He's a great guy. Love him, Belila, and I'm hopefully going to have him back on the show to talk about other things. Yep, there you go. See? Even Grimm says it. Clever guy. Yeah, nothing again. Look, man, Umbelelo is the kind of guy that you can, like, really, like, sit down with and just, like, okay, he's got a great voice for radio, right? And you can just sit there and, like, get lost in conversation, like, I think. Because he knows a lot. Like, he knows a lot, especially when it comes to sports. So it was always fun. Who do you think built the pyramids? And do you also think it used to be a power station, like they say on YouTube? All right, so you know that old saying, don't believe everything you read? Don't believe everything you watch. Including me. Like, don't believe everything you watch here. So, okay. Because I lived in Egypt, I think the Egyptians built the pyramids. I do. The Egyptians have their own, well, it's not their own version. They explain it. There are things that they still can't explain. Yes. But there's enough stuff there to kind of suggest that they did build it. Is there evidence on the contrary to prove that they didn't build it? Yes. Well, kind of, sort of. I mean, Ancient Aliens, if you watch that program, they had a part about the pyramids and how the pyramids were built by aliens, and or they helped the Egyptians build the aliens. I've heard all that stuff. But personally, I feel that that the Egyptians did it. I also feel that 9/11 wasn't really a conspiracy theory. How does that tune go? What's that X-Files tune? I forget now. The arrogance on. Okay. I do find it interesting how people who hate you watch you. Like that intrigues me. And Ronaldo says the same thing. Like, if you hate me so much, why do you watch me? Like, you're just helping, with the algorithm and the YouTube and the exposure and stuff like that. Which is why I was laughing so hard when everyone on the woke side went crazy about that Rand video. Guys, you have no idea. There was a thesis written about me. Like a review. A review. Yeah, no, it wasn't a thesis, it was a review. Someone wrote a review. And they went minute by minute too. It was funny. It was so funny. None of them got it, by the way. They were all asking things like, yeah, he says he's not a Trump supporter, or he doesn't agree or whatever, but he's wearing all the attire. Why is he wearing all the attire? I'm wearing it to prove a point. It was ironic. It was supposed to be satire. It was supposed to trigger you, the woke, and it did. It worked beautifully. Absolutely beautiful. I predicted you guys would do this. And you did. And you're still doing it. It's like I can't help but laugh about it. I'm sorry. It's funny to me. It's so funny. It's so funny. You guys are children. You woke people are children. Absolute children. Um so not a power station. I've actually never heard that it was a power station, to be honest with you. That's one thing I've never heard. Sorry. I misspoke. I haven't heard everything. I will look into that. Power station. Like energy wise, because I've heard that some people like think it was like an energy kind of thing. Yeah, Willem, good, my friend. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Random people come onto Chris White's stream last night to bash Ronaldo. They were stopped very quickly. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you're gonna come onto this stream even, and you're gonna start bashing me or bashing one of my viewers or bashing a friend of mine, then I don't want you on this channel either. Like, this is this is the problem with social media. And Yanni, we had this discussion, but this is what I'm talking about with social media. Everybody now thinks that they've got a keyboard and internet, and now they can just, oh, you're such a this and that. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you for what you said. Just leave it. Just leave it. The world is big enough for all of us to exist. And that's what makes it so hilarious. But anyway. Yeah, he also trolls. I'm not gonna lie. He's also a bit of an instigator. But so am I. I mean, you could argue that I'm the same because of my rant. Like that's like a big thing for like what I did. That rant is like a big like troll thing for the woke people. Like that's why they got so triggered. Because everything that is on this screen right now and everything that I said, they just couldn't they couldn't they just couldn't deal with it. Well, I watch. I take from the show information critical. Okay, some of the channels are necessary evils. Fair enough. They can slave and do the work when I watch and reap. Okay. Yeah, I mean, what's that old saying? Oh, what's it? If you wanna, is it that kind of saying like keep your friends close, but your enemies closer type of thing? You know, like I get that. I can get that. You want to get some information. You know, fine. But I guess it depends. Like, because I'll watch. Like, I don't like ENCA and SABC and all that stuff, but I'll watch it because, like, even though it like gives me a headache, I'll watch it because I need to know what Cyril Ramaphosa's PR company is saying about him. But if there's someone I really don't like someone that like I don't like their content, like I'm not gonna. Let me give you an example. What don't I like? Wow. There's South Park. Yes, I don't like South Park. I don't think it's funny. That's my opinion, and I don't watch it because I don't think it's funny. So I'm not going to really subject myself to that. But I know what you're saying, Grim. I know what you're saying. It's different. You're watching people. I get it. But again, like some of these guys that have YouTube channels that I don't like, I'm not really going to watch them. But yeah, dude, not judging you, by the way, Grim, at all. Like, I totally get where you're coming from. Don't agree with quick fake news. It's important. Yeah, that's pretty much. I notice that people who are woke generally just don't want to have a debate or a discussion with people, but rather their aim is to simply change people into supporting their views. Yeah, some of them. See, this. They don't really. I mean, okay. So, I know I'm being very general because there is like certain levels to it, if I can put it that way. Just like there's certain levels to left and there's certain levels to right, and it's all. Ugh, it's crazy. But um, those ones are the individuals that when you um, when they say something, let's say they said eggs apples can only be red, for example. You come along and say, well, that's not exactly true. There's proof to suggest that apples can also be green. And then they're like, well, show me an example. You show them an example and they're like, yeah, that could be Photoshop though, or that's a racist narrative, or that's not actually true because they're part of an association that is racist. So they have all these excuses, and anytime you show them something, you show them a picture, they're like, nah, that doesn't count. You show them a farmer holding the apples, they say, no, but that's not a real farmer though. That guy's not a real farmer though. You know, so they'll have 1,000 excuses to avoid the debate because the truth is they don't know anything about what they're talking about. Some of them, and the second thing is they don't act like you said. They actually just want you to agree with them. They want you to be like, "Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Absolutely right. There are only red apples in this world." And then they're like, "One of us. One of us." So so yeah, and that's what I called them out on. I'm done dealing with that shit. uh, that rant made me want to see more. Lol. Yeah, they're all over. You'll find them. I agree. I don't like it. Okay, I already saw that one. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, there's guys, I am always willing to have a discussion, but the moment you insult me, then I'm like, well, that shows your emotional, what's the word? EQ. Shows your EQ, and I don't engage with people that insult me. I'm sorry, I don't. Why should I? I know the type of people that no matter what you say, no matter what you put in front of them, they're not going to believe it. So I've dealt with them over the years and I'm done. I'm like, okay, I know the kind of people you are, whoever, like when I encounter you, and it's fine. People don't actually realize that I've been dealing with this since I was 12, 13 years old. That's how far back it goes. And I'm almost 31. So, yeah. Talking is important. Communication, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. Even if I don't agree with you, even if you hate me. You know, I've sat down in the past with people that really, really hate me. I'm not even kidding. Not on this show, I'm talking about like other times. I've actually approached people who I know hate me to bits. I've sat them down and I've said, why? Just tell me why. It's not because I need you to like me. I just want to understand and I'll leave you alone. Because maybe there's something that you tell me. Like, what if here's an idea, right? So let's say Grim and I met each other, right, for the first time. I did something that offended him, but I didn't mean to offend him. Now he hates me, right? Cool. But if I sat him down and I said, Grim, why do you hate me? And he says, well, the first time I met you did this. I'll be like, oh crap, dude. Well, I'm not really like that. I didn't even know that I did that. I can apologize for it. And then maybe we can share a beer and get to know one another. And maybe we still won't like each other that much after that. But at least there's a mutual understanding. I don't like him. He doesn't like me. We won't mingle. It's fine. We'll exist in our own little worlds, and that we'll just leave each other alone. That's it. I have more respect for people that are willing to actually engage in a intellectual conversation with me, or give me a chance to explain myself, or I give them a chance to explain myself, and they're willing. Or sorry, I give them a chance to explain themselves by coming onto the show or talking to me privately, and then we have a nice discussion. If you don't want to do that, fine. You don't have to. I'm not saying that you have to do that. Like, you have to talk to me. It's fine. Don't. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of a sad world you live in, to be honest. It's okay. We're having interesting conversation about people. I think this is why I became a comedian as well. Like, I mean, I like watching people and I like observing people. I'm fascinated by psyche and what makes us tick. And that's why I have conversations with people about different topics and stuff like that. I mean, like, look at how diverse this channel is. And when I say diverse, I don't mean racially, I mean in terms of content. We have roasts where anything goes. I don't care if you're a snowflake who doesn't like it when you say master bedroom. If I want to insult someone by calling them a master bedroom, I'm going to call them a master bedroom because anything goes on a roast. All right? Then we like annihilate each other on that roast. Like people fat shame me on that show. And that's fine because it's a roast. If you can't take it and you don't want to listen to it, guess what? Don't listen to it. It's a roast. But then we also have interesting conversations with comedians. We have interesting conversations with people, everyday people, on the that are there. And I'm trying. It's not about people who are famous necessarily, because I have famous people who have been on the show. It's not about. It's not even about that. It's about anybody that's willing to have a discussion. You want to discuss something with me? Let's have you on. Just don't be a dous. That's all I ask. Mario, haven't seen you in a while, man. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm great actually. Um, I love that name Mario. There's a comedian named Mario who I love very much. If you haven't seen it yet on Instagram, go check out Laughter on Lockdown. The profile he owns that does comedy I think every night. He hasn't stopped. So interesting people. So go check that out. But this is different Mario. Mario Pistorius. Uh, yes, I just wish woke would actually rather just have a discussion than constantly try and enforce their ideas on me, listening to me instead, and vice versa. Look, sometimes these extreme woke guys, they won't listen. There's nothing you can do. That's when you block and you move on with your life. Trust me, your life is a whole lot simpler. Yes, emotional quotient, that was the one. Mm-hmm. Yep. And when you tell them, hey, let's have a discussion and educate me, they're like, no, you're not worth my time. Yes, I'll level with you on that. That is good. Oh well, this Thursday is gonna be a flippin' awesome one. I'm looking forward to it. Roast. Yeah, like it's a hard world. It's not easy. And right now we are all in so much crap politically, financially. We are, as a nation, are still in for a lot of pain and heartache. The repercussions haven't been felt yet. Or have been felt. I think you meant haven't. Um, Absolutely agree with that. And I think some people may have been saying that about me in the rant, like, yo, Joe, you were kind of losing it, or is he okay? Like, I actually did get some comedians messaging me after my rant and saying, like, dude, are you okay? Um, I did get a bit passionate in that rant, but it's because the message was important to me. That's why. But yes, Grim, you know what? You said something is very true. We're seeing it every day. People are suffering in more ways than one. And it's scary times. I think not just because of the pandemic, but and no matter where you fall in that debate, the fact of the matter is South Africa is in a lockdown. There are crazy things happening, and people are getting to a boiling point, I think. And it worries me. I'm not going to lie, it worries me. I don't think anyone likes seeing people being beaten up with shovels. I don't think anyone likes seeing riots. I don't think anyone likes seeing their business destroyed by a water cannon. I don't think people like seeing farmers trying to hear their voices made and no one's hearing them. I don't think that anybody wants to see death of their fellow human being. I don't think anyone wants to see that. But unfortunately, and that's why some people are sheepish, and they'll just turn the other cheek and be like, "No, that's not really happening. That's not really happening. That can't be. It's not happening. We're following Cyril. We just gotta move on, guys. Do what we can, communicate, and get rid of the BS. Thank you, Grim. Play it on emulators now. Okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. The game. Okay. Cool, guys. Well, it's been an hour, and I don't want to go too much over an hour. It's definitely a dark time for South Africa. Yep. Look, I don't want to. Let's try and leave this on a positive note. Sure, Mario. Guys, go subscribe to Mario. I think he talks about cars. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But he's a local YouTube person, and let's support local guys. So please go subscribe to him. I'm actually supposed to be on your channel, wasn't I? We must organize. And then you can be on my channel too. We'll talk about your channel. Let's do that. Mario, you have my number. Contact me. We'll get you on my show. We'll talk about your channel. We'll get to know you. And that should help you grow your channel a bit. How about that? We'll do that. Cool? So just message me. You have my number. Cool? Fantastic. I see Halbei yesterday. You see Halbei? Halbei? Oh, no. I didn't. It's been a pretty hectic 40. Guys, the past 2 days are like a blur to me. I'm not going to lie. Not because of social media. Because, just personal things that are going on in my life. And it's just been, I haven't had a moment to really, stop. And, yeah, so it's been a bit hectic. But I will check what happened out in Halbei. All right, yeah, cheers. Why not do it now? Because I have an interview that I need to do at 8, and I need to speak to a friend. I told him I would chat to him at 7:10. And it's getting close to that. So there is, Yanni just shared Mario's YouTube channel. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Yanni. Sorry. So please, guys, go check that out. I will have Mario on soon. I don't like to do these live streams longer than an hour. It's already been over an hour. So yeah, for those of you who tuned in, thank you so much. For those of you that are watching this after the fact, that's fine. Remember, my tattoo, we didn't discuss my tattoo. Because I don't think it's going to happen. But I will do another solo stream later. We'll talk specifically for the tattoo. I also wanted to get some things. I wanted to talk about the aftermath of the video. Done that. Or the rant. Done that. We'll move on. So next time, we'll talk about the tattoo. I'll try and do it this week sometime. But other than that, please, if you're new to my channel, subscribe. I've got a lot of interesting things coming up. Roasts, interesting people, and a whole lot of this. Whatever that is. I don't know. For those of you that tuned in, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that got me to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much. Thank you to the 1,000 subscribers. I love you. You guys are amazing. Remember, support me and my fight against cancel culture. Link in the description below. If you like what you see, please also consider donating. The links are in the description below. Support my channel. I also have an article about the woke or cancel culture and comedy. You can check that out in the description below. There's a lot of links in the description below, so just go check it out. Follow me on social media. And I will see you stay safe, be kind to one another, and I'll see you at the next one. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a share. That's how my content gets out there. Also, don't be afraid to comment. I usually do respond to the comments in the comment section below. If you want to support my channel, please go to the link in the description below, support my channel, and you'll be taken to my website, which has all the details. Also, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Also, feel free to check out the links below to my social media accounts. Give me a follow, and I'll see you at the next one.